Welcome back to Big Gold Belt Media. I am Damian G with another review here on the channel. This time I had the pleasure and the most randomest time watching the movie Kneecap. Kneecap premiering at Sundance Film Festival earlier this year and scheduled for a global release on August 2nd, 2024, based on the formation of the Irish hip-hop group of the same name. And I went into this film blind. I went into this film not knowing what I was getting myself into. I saw one trailer. I said, let's do it. And I sat there in the first third of the movie, not having any idea on what's going on. Obviously, the film takes place in Ireland, and it depicts, as I said, the formation of the band, of the hip hop group, not even a band, the hip hop group called Kneecap. And they intercede Irish linguistics with English in their hip hop, but it's done in a way that spreads the message, political or not. It just spreads a message that garnered an upswell within the community that they reside in Ireland. And what I didn't know until just maybe about 5 minutes ago was that this was the band that was actually in the movie, or I should say the group that was in the movie starring as the main characters. So I was taken aback by it because I didn't even realize it until just now after looking it up and doing some background research to add on to what I was doing here. And I won't spoil too much because I want people to see this film, and I will just lead off again and say, if you can get through the first third of the movie and the randomness, the ubiquitous amounts of just partying and music and drugs and fighting and just violence and randomness, then you're going to get a movie with a lot of heart. And I didn't think I would be able to say that when I first started watching this film. Now, we do have, again, illicit scenes of drug usage. Obviously, people are tripping balls, sexual overtones, parental issues, family, to quote Dominic Toretto, is a big, big part of this film. And characters getting their aha moments in the final stanza of the film. Now, Michael Fassbender, for all of you who are nerds here, fellow nerds, know him as Magneto from the X-Men Origins, or I should say X-Men First Class, as Magneto, who played a marvelous Magneto. And you would think with the star power he has that this would be one of his starring vehicles. And obviously, no, he's a bit player in this film. He's about maybe 10 to 15 minutes of actual screen time playing a poignant role as their father, as the two lads' father, Arlo, who pretty much sets a really interesting bar for each character in the movie, for the two sons, the two leads, because they both have different relationships with their dad, as well as with their mom in relation to their dad. And I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to have to see it. But let's just say this man really devotes himself to a cause long after he has a need to. And on one hand, I admired it. On the other hand, dude, you have a family. Like, really, dude? You really out here chasing this dream when you got a family back at home kind of thing? But 10 to 15 minutes of screen time nonetheless. As I stated, in this film, you're going to get a lot of heart that you didn't anticipate this film getting. These aha moments. Each character winds up having a light bulb moment in terms of their character and personal development throughout the film. Again, we take them through the beginning stages as just drug pushers, and then, criminals, ruffians, what have you. And then they meet this disenfranchised language teacher who happens to be a DJ on the side. And the rest is history. They start performing at small venues, and then boom, it happens. The big break happens, and then they have to deal with that and all that comes with it that is far bigger than them, far bigger than the music, and it's the message that winds up being about towards the middle and end of the film. So, do you want to go see this movie? I think if you want to see something completely random out of the norm for the typical North American moviegoer, I'd say be my guest to watch this kind of international film. It is the equivalent of me injecting adrenaline into my neck and then getting me through that first stanza because I'm hyped, and then I get real subtle midway through the movie, and I start getting engrossed by the characters and what they stand for and what they believe in. And then I come down off that high. And I'm here feeling euphoric at the end because holy shit, I made it through the end of this movie and I enjoyed it. So if you want to ride like that, be my guest and watch Kneecap. Be my guest because it's a good film. I enjoyed it. I didn't expect to enjoy it in the first 10 minutes of the movie. I thought people were going to walk out because it was so over the top in its randomness, at least to me. Now, if I had to give this ratings and things like that, story-wise, since it's pretty much a documentary on how the band got together kind of thing, I keep calling it a band, the group got together, I'll give this a 7 out of 10 due to the randomness and the political things attached to the story. There's, like I said, there's fighting for what you believe in. There's a strong message there. There's a strong message of acceptance of self. I can talk, I promise. Acceptance of self, and that coming to the Jesus moment of the realization of you are bigger than what you think you are in terms of your reach and how you can affect other people. The acting, I'll give this a standard 7 out of 10 because the leads, this was their first role. But the other bit characters, like Michael Fassbender, for instance, play poignant roles in the story that keep the storyline moving, that isn't just, how do we form this group? Let's do some drugs. Let's party. It brings in more gravity. It brings it more real world, I want to say, tension and feeling to the movie. So I'll give the acting an overall 7 out of 10. I'll just give the film a 7 out of 10. Let's just make it a clean triple sevens. Strong 7 across the board for this film. If you can get past the first third, like I said, of this movie, you will be invested and it'll take you on a really random ride that even I didn't expect to be taken on. Again, the film is called Kneecap, universal release for August 2nd, 2024, released earlier this year at Sundance Film Festival. Let me know in the comments if you've watched it or if you're interested in watching it. Let me know down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Social media, Big Gold Belt, biggoldbelt.com. And until next time, I'll catch you on the next review.